All right, guys, we are live. Kratos Performance and Fitness. My name is Tasha Mulligan. I'm a physical therapist, athletic trainer. If you have been with me, I have 3 videos posted. So we have, this would be day 4 on our workouts. If you are trying to work along with us, I do have more of a plyometric workout followed by more of a stretch strengthening workout. So yesterday was squat jumps or full body extensions if we didn't jump. Today, I'm going to slow it down a little bit and we really work to stretch out some of those muscles that may be tight from our workout the day before. Okay, so on my squat jumps, when we come low, okay, we really tend to get a great stretch and then an explosion back up of those adductors. Today, we're going to start our workout and we're going to go right after those adductors and take them back down into a stretch, okay, and then get a good adductor pull as we come up out of our wide leg squats. So we have done wide leg squats in the workout before. We're coming back at them. This time, I'm really focusing on my adductors today through a couple exercises. This will be the first. I want you to pull. It's going to be pulling your heels together against the friction of the turf. So my feet want to pull in together. So it's an isometric pull all the way from the ground up through those adductors. Then I want you to take it all the way up. I've talked about the TA. I want you to take it all the way up to thinking about drawing that belly button up and in. That's your transverse abdominis muscle. And we will finish up top, and notice my hands will be open. So I'm in that externally rotated position, okay? So nice and easy, we're going a good stretch on the lower, and we're coming up to a nice adductor pull all the way up to a TA squeeze, and I'll talk you through it. All right, we got a 30-minute workout. This is day 4. Let's find our wide leg squat position. And from here, take it down to a good stretch where you feel that stretch in those abductors. From here, push through your heels. Now pull those heels together. Zip it all the way up, belly button up, and finish in an externally rotated position, chest proud. Release to a stretch and pull. Good, nice and slow with me. And pull those heels together, zip it all the way up, proud chest. And release, good, and pull. Pull with those adductors. I need to get blood flow in those muscles that we worked on those jump squats. Release, and pull. We have 5 more. Release and pull. Make sure that those knees are traveling right out over those first 2 toes. I like to use that line between the first 2 toes as my tracking. Okay, I really want to get that adductor squeeze down though. I need 2 more to this stretch and back up and down and back up. Excellent. Now, come right into one of our single leg balance activities. I call these tripod stance. I need us to think about 3 points of contact on the bottom of our feet. Big toe, little toe, and heel. The little toe and heel honestly take care of themselves. It's that big toe that often when we're trying to find our balance, we're going to the outside of our foot. Nail that big toe into the ground. It's really, really important for the health of our skeletal system, moving all the way up, okay? Big toe nailed in the ground. I want, let's see, it's going to be stance leg arm straight up in the air. Okay, open up your opposite hand. My other leg is slightly behind me and off the ground, and I am going to extend back. Shoulder blade to glute and back. Shoulder blade to glute. Good. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. There's 5, 6, 7. Keep that big toe nailed in the ground. 8. My belly button is tight. 9 and 10. Very, very good. Switch. I'm going to just stay right here so you can see me from the side view. Nail my big toe in the ground and extend. This is glute to shoulder blade. I'm squeezing my shoulder blade down and in, and my glute back. Good. Keep those. I need that TA to stay tight so that I don't get a back arch. This is the front muscle group fighting against my posterior muscle group. That is the basis of the stability of our skeletal structure. It's the front side fighting against the back side. That's how we get stability. Give me 2 more. And 2. Excellent. Good. That really gets my hamstrings just on that tightening. All right. We are coming down into a Swiss ball exercise. If you do not have a Swiss ball, I will show you a modification on these, okay? Let me first demonstrate on the ball, because if you have a ball, that is optimal. If you don't have a ball, I would love for you guys to get a ball just for workouts at home, even when we're all back in the gym, okay? Maybe you end up liking working out at home. All right, here we go. Elbows on the Swiss ball. I come into plank position. My elbows stay directly under my shoulders, and I simply work small circles. I am not, this is no good. My elbows are now in front of my shoulders, too much stress on my spine. It's just a small circle, and what you will feel is actually your transverse abdominis contracting in a circular pattern, a clock pattern around your belly button. It's a great target exercise. If you don't have the ball, I'll encourage you to get down and then go ahead and work that same clock, but with your hips. Okay, so we can do that exercise without the ball, but I do like the ball because it's got that added instability. We're gonna go 15 clockwise, 15 counterclockwise. As these get easier, you go up to 20 on each side. Slow the reps down if it's too easy for you, okay? Elbows are on the ball. My feet are shoulder width apart for stability. And from here, I'm gonna start going counterclockwise. And I'm just going in these slow circles. There's 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep going at that slow pace. I'm at 7, 8. Good. There's 10, 11, 12. Notice I don't have any music today. Facebook warned us that I was using some music that had been licensed. I don't know. Okay, switch. Let's go the opposite way. Nice and slow on these. Keep that tailbone slightly lifted, and you should feel this very low on those TA fibers, actually in kind of connecting between your 2 side hip bones, your 2 pelvic bones. I'm on 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 5 more, nice and slow. 3, 4, and 5. On any of these exercises, if anybody's going to be macho and say they don't feel it, go ahead and go a little slower. Squeeze a little bit harder, and you will feel it. There's no excuse not to feel as many muscle fibers engaging as possible. That is your goal in every workout. It's not about speed. It's not about weight. It's about getting to a burn where you know I have maximally recruited as many muscle fibers from that particular muscle group as possible. And that's when you're achieving your goals. Next, we are coming into this one. I have this on a Swiss ball. You can, just like on, I believe it was day 1, we did the Swiss ball tabletop. I showed you how to do it with your head and shoulders on a couch, a bench, or a chair. So my head and shoulders could be on a chair or a couch. From here, I'm going to extend one leg out. Good. And extend. Good. When I extend, my toe is pointed and rotated out. And for those of you who've been with me, you know why. I'm targeting that medial quad, that PMO, that teardrop muscle. I want to get a good quad squeeze on each of these so I'm not rushing. Okay? Right now, I have my elbows down on the Swiss ball. Okay, this is level 1. Level 2. I can come on up here into a goalpost stretch, which is my favorite because so many of us are tight here from those forward shoulders. I love getting in that pec minor stretch. Good. I'm grabbing with this glute for stability when I straighten out that opposite leg. The third level of difficulty, okay, is going to be arms up. I take away all arm stability, and this is harder. Okay, work to find that stability on single leg stance. Do not put that leg down until you achieve a good squeeze of your weight-bearing glute and your opposite quad slash VMO. Last one on each leg. Very, very good. I apologize for the lack of music because then all you have is me to listen to, which I know can get annoying. Okay, we are coming now into a front step up, okay? I'm gonna move the camera here because I wanna go over to my stairs. I could use my bench, but my bench holds a little bit of an angle, and I don't like that for my foot stability. So let me move our camera on over. Here is my stairs. All right. Good. I believe you can see me there. Yes. Okay. Maybe almost a little too much. Okay, guys, now we're going to front step up. The key on this is I need us coming down slow. I'm at 90 here, 90 degrees. I love it. Okay. Perfect step up for me. We can go slightly lower if we need to. From here, I'm going to lead with my chest straight up. Now, I get as much of my foot on this stair as possible because I do want to press through my heel to protect my knee, okay? I'm going to come up. I find my balance, and then it's a 3, 2, 1. And I come down with zero impact. I am hitting the ground with my left foot as if I don't want to wake anybody or I don't want to break whatever is on the floor. Come down very slow. So we have 10 of these. I'm starting on my right leg, and then we'll switch. So I find my balance and a slow lower. And I find that balance. Good. Slow lower. Excellent. There's 4. You guys will be amazed. So it's so easy on my right leg. My bad left leg, I'm ACL deficient on that side and just arthritic, and you will see the crazy wobble of that leg as I really try to control my descent and the medial lateral stability of my leg and my knee. Good. My chest stays proud throughout this whole exercise. Keep that belly button drawn up and in. Good. Give me one more. Good. High abs. My control on that side was great. Here we go. Let's see how I do on that left. Okay, so I'm up. Hard for me to find that balance. I get better as I go. Good. Excellent. So this is a great time for me to talk about those of us with arthritic knees. We have to keep working those knees. If not, we lose muscle tone above and below, and that arthritis just exponentially gets worse. All of us need to fight that joint arthritis as long as we can, and then some of us get to a point where we actually end up with craters in the bones, and that's when we know that we're ready for a total knee replacement. But if we can avoid it, we do everything we can to keep those muscles above and below the knee as strong as possible. Good. I don't know where my count is, but I'm going to do one more. Good, and lower. So the thing I like about that, I keep it to just 10 reps. And after I did my plyometric stuff yesterday with the jump squats, it's good to keep the number of reps on those squats a little lower today to allow that joint of mine to recover. All right, let's see what we got next. We are coming into a heel raise with rotation, okay? So I am showing this over here on this ballet bar. It is actually perfect to work in any doorway. I'm working a heel raise, but I am going to stay on my left leg the entire time. So I'm going to a heel raise, and I'm going to reach to the opposite door frame to touch. Right now I'm on this picture frame to touch. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to reach. I come down, and I reach. So keep going diagonal reaches. We are on 4 on my left leg. Do not allow your right leg to touch your left while it's working. Think about your big toe on these heel raises. I like opening up this rib cage because I want you to walk around with that rib cage tall and proud. That's how we maximize and keep that VO2 max from declining as we age. Good, switch sides. Again, I'm going nice and slow, and as I go slow, I can really get to a good calf burn. Okay, just hold it a little longer if you don't get there. Good. I'm on 5. Thinking about big toe as I come up. Think about opening up that whole side. I T-band all the way up through the rib cage. Good. And a finish. We are going to come down into a plank position. I'm going to lower this just a little bit so you see me good on the ground. I am grabbing my 3-pound weight. It can be a soup can, or you don't even need a weight on this one. We're coming into another one of our plank exercises. I am weight bearing on my left arm. Feet are shoulder width apart, and my shoulders and hips should stay pointed straight down to the ground. My right elbow will be locked on my rib cage, and from here, I'm working external rotators. Okay? That elbow never leaves my side, and I need 10 external rotations from this plank position. Bent elbow, elbow locked on the side. Good, nice and slow. Good, I'm halfway. Should feel those obliques working on the weight-bearing side. So it's my left oblique working right now. And last one. Good. Switch sides. Come into that plank. Excellent. My right elbow is my weight-bearing arm. Keep it slightly bent. Left elbow locked on my side. My left shoulder is just, it subluxes. It did back in the day, at least when I was more active. So my external rotation is a little bit limited. So go to your own external rotation range of motion. Will be different for all of us. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Whew, that one got my right oblique. All right, from this position, simply drop down, okay? So I am here, shins on my hands. My right toe, I tuck my toe under, okay? I like this for stability of my glute and quad activation on my right side. My left knee is bent to 90. My foot is flexed, so I can go foot flat to ceiling. And I lift. Do your best to have that leg going straight up towards the ceiling. Do not allow it to cross midline. Good. Nice, and notice how I'm going nice and slow. I'm really getting glute max and short head hamstring on this one. Good, I'm on 5, 6. This will automatically engage my TA on the front side as it tries to hold my pelvis and my lumbar spine from hyperextending. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good, I'm gonna switch. Opposite side, I tuck my left toe under, right knee bent, foot flexed, and take it up. Good. Try to make sure that that foot goes straight up to the ceiling. Do not allow it to cross midline. As you start to do some of these exercises, you realize how much our legs like to come towards midline for stability. But that is one of the biggest factors. I say one of the biggest. It is a factor in injuries. And that if we are diving into that rotary collapse of the hip, knee, and foot, that's when we're more prone to MCL injuries, meniscal injuries, and ACL injuries. And then you can toss in the hip labral tears, hip impingement, IT band syndrome. Now, IT band syndrome, we are definitely pulled into tightness here. So when we are no longer 9, 10 years old, out playing tag and doing these kind of movements, we have to bring that into our workouts. Okay, we have gone through first round of our workout today. Remember, this is our 4th workout, okay, in our series. We're coming back into our wide leg squats. All right, I'm here. I want to come down to the limit of my flexibility, and I pull those heels and adductors all the way in and belly button up, and I'm externally rotated. My shoulder blades go down and in. Good, I release. and pull. Release and pull. Release. Good. This is when I could use some of that music. Hopefully you guys have music playing so you're not just listening to me. Good, there's 5. 6. I do a ton of these wide leg squats. It's just fantastic for our bodies, for our knees. Again, when we're not out running around and making hard cuts and running pass patterns and playing tag, how often do we get into a wide leg adductor stretch? And pull. Good. Come right into single leg stance. My arm is up. Okay, find that balance. I'm so sorry. Stance leg arm is up and go back. Shoulder blade is meeting glute. 2. Good. 2 more on this side. Good. Switch it. Let's give you a little angle here. From here. Nail that big toe on the ground in my stance leg. This is my tripod stance, guys. 6. And I can tend to go too fast as well. Make sure you're holding these for a good 2 count. I want to get those muscle fibers engaged. Faster we go, we barely get any muscle fibers actually grabbing hold. I really want them to grab hold. You can picture our muscle fibers. It's kind of like a bunch of dudes in a rowboat, okay? And they are grabbing hold and then they're pulling tighter. The faster I go, okay, if I am going like this, I barely get any guys grabbing and I've already let go. Okay, so I want to grab and I want to pull 2, 3. I want to get as many in there as possible. All right, I'm coming into Swiss ball elbow circles. This is, for those of you who work out with me at Kratos, you know it's one of my favorites. Again, it's because I love to work that clock right around the belly button. I'm grabbing my Swiss ball. Again, if you do not have a Swiss ball, go ahead and work pelvic clocks in a horizontal clock motion. With your elbows on the ground. I have the Swiss ball, so I'm going to use it. Here we go. We got 15. I'm starting counterclockwise. Okay, make sure, do not get into any kind of sink or up in that tent. Stay in that straight plank position. I'm on 7. Nice and slow. Good, I'm on 10 and I want to go for 15. And there's 15. Switch it. Feel that working. Connect to that transverse abdominis, your TA, working right around that belly button. I need 5 more. Good. Now, recognize that our abs, they work from our rib cage all the way down to our pubic bone, okay? That one in particular works right here in between my 2 pelvic bones. I love that exercise. Okay, here comes one of our hard ones, okay? Remember, we can do this one with head and shoulders on a couch, on a chair, okay? I want to make sure I'm mid-camera angle right here. And from this position, I want you extend. Good. Do not bring that foot back down. Okay, remember, this is level 1. It's amazing to me how much easier this is with my elbows stabilizing this ball. Okay, good. I just did 3. Let's go 3 up in goalpost position. This is, as I said before, my favorite position because of the stretch of that pec minor. Good. Let's come up to our top position. You know what I feel on my stance leg is I feel my big toe really gripping for that ground. Notice the weakness on my left side there, stabilizing. Let's see how I do. Better. But I really have to work on that left side. This is my last one. Big toe. Good. And I got some good quad in there just with those extensions as well. Okay, front step ups with my slow lower. I'm gonna bring the camera around here again. We're coming right in to my stairs. Okay. Here we go. From here, I'm on the second stair. I'm at 90. Nice and slow. Lead with your chest on the way up. Control that lower. There should absolutely be zero impact on the way down. As you come to the top, find that balance. And if you guys can't say it before I say it, it's the big toe, okay? I guess the big thing, if I can get in your head with some of these important muscles that you probably have never thought about before, it's that posterior tib, controlling that big toe. It's those external rotators and that transverse abdominis, stabilizing that lumbar spine and pelvis, always contracting a split second ahead of our rectus abdominis that wants to curl our rib cage closer to our pelvis. In doing so, I squeeze that midsection so that all the pressure is driven up into my expanding rib cage. Hey, that's right where I want it. That's how I prevent any of those lumbar disc bulges. I don't want pressure down here on my lumbar spine. Go ahead and allow it, that pressure to come up into an area that can move, and that is our rib cage. Okay, hands have to be open to allow for that rib cage expansion. Good. Good, find that balance. I got 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay, excellent. Bring it back. We are going right into our heel raise. This can be done in the door jam. I'm gonna be doing it with you right over here. Just using this picture frame as a guide. I do want you using a single touch on the wall, because if I don't stabilize as I'm reaching, I will go to my lateral 4 toes on this heel raise, and I don't want to. I want to keep that big toe as my primary engagement on a heel raise. Go nice and slow. Good. Give me 1 more on a right reach and 1 more on a left. Good. Switch. Just notice how I'm opening up my entire side of my rib cage. Think about how much time we spend sitting in our cars and at the computer, and how locked down our rib cage is and close to our pelvis. So working to separate those two is key, engaging these muscles. Good. Okay, from there, we're coming down into our plank with our external rotation. Okay, I'm gonna do these from a different vantage point here. Straight on. I'm gonna work real hard to make sure my shoulders and hips stay pointing straight down to the ground, and I work to the limit of my own external rotation. My weight-bearing elbow is bent directly under my shoulder, okay? My external rotation, shoulder or elbow is locked right on my side. Nice and slow. And there's 5. Squeeze that shoulder blade down and in with each rep. 2 more. Good. Bring it to the other side. Lock the elbow. Here we go. 3. 7. 8. 2 more. I got the body shakes. Good. All right. Take it straight down into I will do it from this side. We're coming into our prone glute lift. Tap your opposite toe under. For me, that's my left toe. So I can stabilize on the front side. Okay? And I'm lifting as straight up to the ceiling as I can get. You'll see my foot wants to kind of come across midline, and I have to work hard to keep that straight out. And I work that with my external rotators of my hip. So see where your foot is and work to try to keep that straight up towards the ceiling. I have no idea how many I've done, but it's burning, so I'm going to switch. Okay, here we go. And take it up. If you guys notice a difference right to left, for me, this exercise is easier on my left. So that muscle imbalance is something you want to be aware of. And you want to watch with all of these exercises to ensure that your pelvis is coming up even on your bridges. That when you squat, you're not shifted to the right or to the left, which I tend to switch to the right because of my bad left knee. That's the reason why down in our workout area we have all of these mirrors so that you can be in front of that mirror and see, am I balanced, am I even, okay? Top of the list. Round 3, here we go. Wide leg squat, okay? Take it down, feel that stretch, okay? I have to shift to make sure that I'm even, and then I pull. Good. And pull all the way up. Proud chest. Release. Good. Feel those adductors pull on each one all the way up, and feel that rib cage. I can cinch here, and it actually lifts my rib cage. I want to maintain my VO2 max at least as much as I can. Cardiac output, VO2 max, it comes down with age, and there's nothing that we can do to stop that, but we can blunt that decline. And so I want to keep it as high as I can. Good. And give me one more. Good. All right, right into a single leg stance. Right here. This is shoulder blade to glute. Okay, my stance leg, big toe is nailed into the ground. 3. I have to contract my TA on every extension of my shoulder and leg to hold from a significant arch of my back. Okay, so I have a lot of front muscles working here for stability, while the back side's working on mobility. That is the way our body works. Let's go 2 more. Good, switch. Here we go, 2 more. I went a little fast on those, I apologize. I get a little sped up. Swiss ball, we're coming into our elbow circles, okay? Remember, you can do the pelvic clock, and I will demonstrate that. That is down here, and I can work that pelvic clock, rotating on those toes to work a horizontal pelvic clock. Clockwise and then counterclockwise, we are going 15 reps. If I'm on the Swiss ball, do not allow those elbows to get out from our basis, from under our basic support. Okay, they stay right underneath, and they go nice and slow. Keep that tailbone slightly lifted. Don't allow it to tuck under. Good, I'm on 7. There's 10. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Clockwise, I don't need to shift. I just need to change directions, okay? So I'm going clockwise. I'm on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to go bridge with single leg, tabletop bridge with single leg extension. Remember, on these tabletops, you can do them with head and shoulders on the couch, on a chair, on a bench. Okay? From here, this is my tabletop. Okay? Oops. This is my leg extension. Toe pointed, foot rotated out. Do not cheat. Good. I am on level 1 right now. You may be able to see my weakness when I shift more when I'm weight bearing on that left side. I have to really work to hold all the way up the chain on that left side. Good. Let's go one more, and then I'm taking my hands straight up for our last 3. Good. Here's 3. Gosh, that left side is a hard one for me, and that's good for me to recognize. I just have to make sure that I keep that stability. That's why it's a good exercise, because it doesn't allow me to cheat by keeping both feet on the ground. I can allow my right leg to really substitute. All right, front step up. Coming to the stairs. Okay. Now, perfect. I think that this has worked for us. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Nice and slow, okay? Get as much of that foot on the stair as possible so you can press through your heels. To be honest with you, if you have arthritic knees, it's another good tip. When you are climbing the stairs in your house or when you're out and about around town, when we're able to do that again, think about skipping a stair. Go up every other stair. It's actually better for us to be able to push through our heel if we have arthritis sitting underneath that kneecap. Going upstairs, popping off those toes, be really hard if we've got a lot of wear and tear under those kneecaps. So think about going up the stairs double, pressing through those heels. It allows my knee, it comes to the plane of my first 2 toes, but does not go in front. Whereas if I'm on my toes, it definitely comes in front. So I want to press through my heel as much as possible and then use that big toe for balance. Good. I'm probably lowering a little too quick. Really control that lower. As I said on our bicep curls earlier this week, it's the lowering phase is where we're slowly letting go of all those cross fibers, of those muscle fibers that have grabbed hold. We slowly let them go a few fibers at a time, and that is forcing those remaining fibers to really hold tight, and that's where we gain strength. Two more. And last one. Good, good, good. We come over to heel raises. We are on the home stretch, which is great because I'm, past my half-hour time. I apologize about that. All right, come right here. We are going heel raise with external rotators. Excuse me, it's a cross reach. Good, opening up those hips. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. Big toe is what I'm pushing through, and I'm holding up there with a slow lower. Good. Switch legs. Keep going on that cross reach. 4. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Good. Coming straight down into my plank with external rotation. Here I am in my plank position and elbow locked on the side, and I'm coming into 10 external rotators. Elbow bent on my weight bearing elbow. There's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Get the body shakes on those for sure. Come right in to external rotation, weight bearing on the right. My body likes to open up on this one just because my left external rotators are a little bit limited just because of past injury. There's 5. There's 8, 9, and 10. Good. Drop it down. Come right in to our glute extensions. Bent knee. Make sure you use those hip external rotators to not allow your foot to want to cross midline. Straight up towards the ceiling. There's 5. Two more. Good. And switch. All right. I just hit 10 on this left side. It was a really great workout to follow those squat jumps yesterday. I really feel like we stretched out those adductors. Okay, make sure you get a rollout in today. Stay healthy. Keep that TA cinched, that chest proud throughout your day. Think about opening those hands. We're glad to be here for you. I want to thank our teachers. I want to thank everybody out there doing things now through the computer, through Zoom, through Facebook Live, to try to keep everybody active. It's a great sign that there are some really, really good humans out there. Okay, so be kind to everybody, and I thank you. I am out.